We are only 9 days away from WrestleMania. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and tonight the battle continues between the champion and the McMahon's enforcers.
Yeah, and Mr. McMahon has added another one to the mix.
If you thought the odds were bad before, they're almost insurmountable now.
Or to put it another way, someone's up the creek without a paddle.
Another week, another grueling challenge to overcome for this superstar.
And this might be his worst one yet. His opponent's more than capable of tearing him apart with his bare hands.
And the opponent, from Washington, D.C., weighing 317 pounds, Batista.
Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you're not going to see athletes like the WWE superstars anywhere else, Cole.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world. And this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best.
I've been looking forward to this.
And that is just about the last place you want a ring rope.
Just about? If you can think of a worse one, I'd like to hear it.
This is a big risk. Will it pay off?
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be...
This is going to be big, one way or the other.
Batista's had a lot of success so far, but that's because most of his opponents let him psych them out.
If you're not intimidated at the sight of a heavily muscled 6.5-foot animal like Batista, you better have your head examined.
No superstar in the locker room can afford to ignore the WWE fans.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed a great show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here. A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle. And there's the reversal.
If you ask me, Batista's best days were back when he was Triple H's lackey.
Batista was impressive as a member of Evolution, but it wasn't until he left them that he earned the first of several World Heavyweight Championship victories. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
Yeah, the WWE fans aren't known for keeping their opinions to themselves.
He saw that one coming.
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that's where the superb condition of the WWE superstars come
comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're... Now, there's a superstar with guts. These top rope moves, though, are high risk.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle. An injured superstar is like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it.
I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, because it sure ain't from personal experience. You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that.
You talk about raw power. You talk about intensity. Have you ever seen a superstar like Batista?
He's impressive, no question. But it's not like he's the biggest or the baddest guy to set foot in a WWE ring.
Well, you got to be pretty big and pretty bad to wear championship gold, and that's what Batista's done time after time.
Hey, anybody can have a few good nights. He's got his opponent by the throat.
Oh my God! What a choke slam! All the way from hell!
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
We're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight.
I'm all for freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
Oh boy, he's favoring that leg.
He should feel lucky he can even walk away from the ring after that.
I'm not sure how lucky you should feel if your WrestleMania match has just been placed in jeopardy.
Well, he brought all of this upon himself.
Actually, I think it's more accurate to say Mr. McMahon brought it on him.
Hey, you disrespect the boss and his family, and this is what you should expect.